Hi there and welcome to Style American. We are here at the Biografilm Festival with Anna de Manincor. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm in my town. It's
Yes.
very special to be in a festival in your own town.
Tell us about your movie, Almost Nothing. It's a movie about the Cern, the scientific center. So tell us everything about it.
It's a long story, huh?
Yeah, okay, I'm ready.
It's a 4-year story. And the first idea comes from our producer, actually. And it's a very rare thing that somebody who already knows you propose you something, but and then just give you complete freedom, like carte blanche. And so Umberto Saraceni and Serena Gramizzi, Biografilm, they distributed our films about temporary cities, like city portraits. And they just told us, there's one place you have to see. Come with us. We drove to Geneva. And actually we went directly underground, because Cern, it's a city. Mm-hmm. It's like a small city, an industrial city, yeah, or a campus. But there's another city underground that is amazing. It's 100 meters underground, and there's the most, I think the biggest facility about accelerating protons.
Yes.
But there's another one in US. It's Fermilagro, Chicago. And these two laboratories are the only ones doing high energy physics. And so the whole population of physicists and computer science scientists and engineering wants to go there, because it's the only place where they can do both things, theory and experimental physics,
yes,
like side by side.
Yeah.
So there's an international population there, and one very special thing is that the language they share, it's unspoken, is mathematics, actually. So they can be from wherever. And one of the physicists said that, a very special phrase, that is, here there's no influence coming from nationality or religion. Take those things away, those two things away.
Yeah, I remember
and
that in the movie.
Becomes civilized.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And the funny thing is that in the Neon Festival, Vision Tourelle,
yeah,
we received the prize from the interreligious jury for this film.
There you go.
That was completely
unexpected.
Yeah. Because I thought, or they didn't understand anything about the film, or they are far beyond that.
Yes.
That would be the best choice.
Yes.
Il était une fois où des milliers de personnes travaillaient pendant des dizaines d'années pour construire une cathédrale.
What about actually the process of producing the movie? So how long did it take?
It takes the double of the time we expected, actually, because it's not a film. It's not a scientific film in the sense that we explain science. It's not an educational film. So first of all, we needed to study.
Yeah.
To meet people there and to be capable to have a conversation with them, not about science, but about how they work.
Yes.
How do they collaborate in 10,000 people? Because our idea is that model of collaboration and competition possible in other contexts, or is just for physics?
Yeah.
Just for the scientific method. Or how do this expat group of people manage daily life?
Of course, yeah.
And so it took a lot of time, because there are so many. Of course, it's a choral movie.
Yes.
It's a movie about a collectivity, but we didn't want to transform one person in a character.
I see. Yes.
So we didn't choose the best faces or the most, I don't know, funny characters. It took time to have their trust, because they are very aware of their image.
Yeah.
They are well trained. And if you have a first conversation, it looks like a corporate film.
I understand what you mean. Yes. Yeah.
Because they just tell you what they do in 30 seconds, and that's it. It's over.
They're very technical, of course.
Technical,
Yeah.
or I thought, but how can it be possible to be so loyal, so happy about your job? It's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my job, but I would tell you, like am I doing now? What are my difficulties? What I am struggling for? For them, it was like everything is fine. And I said, come on. It took time to get into details, personal details.
I understand what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
So the process was that okay, you explain me what you do, then I will follow you even if you don't want me to come with you, or I stay with you sometime, saying nothing.
Just to observe.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So it has been an observation film.
Yeah.
At one point we needed to make kind of a transformation. Trasfigurazione.
Sì. Transfiguration, yes.
And so we asked them something that was kind of a little bit weird for them, not to talk, close the eyes, and just stand still for a while, like 1 minute, doing nothing. Because we had in mind this scene that is kind of a abstract scene, to connect everybody, like a single big brain, a collective brain, but not with the speech, not with an action, just with the concentration.
Yes.
And so, for example, when we met for the first time the director of Cern, who's an Italian scientist, Fabiola Gianotti, she told us, no problem, we will meet. I don't know when, but no problem. After 1 year, we met, and and she said, okay, here I am. I have 15 minutes. Is it okay for you? You tell me the questions before, and I will come back in another 15 minutes, and we do the interview. And I said, it's not an interview; it's a conversation.
Yeah.
Then she came back and she said, I'm sorry, I have 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I need 3 minutes to go from here to another building.
Yes, because there are long distance.
Yes,
inside.
and they know exactly how long it takes to go from one place to the other. And so I said, okay, in 12 minutes, I can't even start.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I cannot go deep.
So I decided just to do the 1 minute with closed eyes. I had a question after, but I said, let's do it first. She was surprised, but okay. She does what she had, so that's what she had to. She stayed with the eyes closed. And when we did our sign to say just it's finished, she didn't open the eyes. So we did it again 3 times. And when she recovered, her face was different, relaxed actually, and she said, "Okay, this is the best interview I have had. Can I go?"
I was actually very impressed by that scene and by the editing of the various faces that have their eyes closed, because I thought it was like poetry inside a science movie somehow. So, it was a very nice experiment because you actually gave to them the possibility to stop and somehow to feel like an aesthetic moment, no?
To have something back by just listening.
It was a great idea.
Tone, for example.
What are the real foundations of nature? What holds the world together?
And I also have to say that I really loved the idea of doing some of the scenes in the cafeteria of Cern, because that really gave, say, a fresh touch to the movie, a more, say, conversational touch to it. And, you actually managed, to make a movie that could have been, say, not really for everybody, to be actually of a great fruition for everybody. So that's, I think the great plus of your movie. So how did the idea of the cafeteria started?
Actually, it came from one of the person we met.
Yeah.
Marcus Norberg,
Yeah.
the one who told us the story about the invention of the web, World Wide Web. He was told about that in the cafeteria by Tim Berners-Lee.
Yes.
So he just said to us, come to the exact table where Tim Berners-Lee told me his idea and I couldn't get it. It's one of my biggest regret in my life, that at that moment I didn't get how big that could be.
Yeah.
And so then we realized that so many things happen just because of the close relation of these people that can be in contact, worldwide,
Sure.
as they are.
Yeah.
But if they can talk eyes in the eyes before going public, this make like a context, like a broth.
Yes.
A broth of
Yeah.
brains. That is what we need now. We don't need another Nobel Prize. We don't need a genius. We need like clusters.
Yeah.
Clusters of people. So the cafeteria became for us like kind of
The symbol of this.
a symbol of
Yeah.
this kind of connections. And of course, it's very informal to meet there.
Cafeteria, it's a no man's land, if you like. It is probably the place where most of the biggest discoveries of Cern have been made in terms of collaborative discussion. So there are few people, not one guy just drinking coffee, but having a discussion. If there is a problem, it's usually solved here. So if somebody invites you for coffee, you go. I'm not sure, but if somebody would send our Director General an email asking, can we meet for coffee, I suspect she would go. I don't have statistical evidences. But this is one of the things that is great. There are many things, but this is one of the great things. If somebody invites you for coffee, you go.
I was worried about this film because it's complex. It takes time to get into what they are talking about, and you need some notion, or some imagination.
Yeah.
But I think that we shouldn't be scared about complexity, and because one step after the other is just a human product. It's just
true.
a human conception.
Yeah.
So you can go through.
Yes.
No problem.
And what these people are studying or doing at Cern is actually something that then it impacts like the whole population of this world.
Yeah.
So it is also very important to know what they do.
Not only in technology, because we always make the example of the web, of the touch screen, of the synchrotron that can diagnose cancer or whatever. Like it's a small accelerator in a hospital.
That's right.
But it transforms as well how we think about concepts about reality. Like one big concept, for example, that is contemporary is that the void is not empty, actually. It's full of particles, full of events. And this changes everything, because it's like going back to Aristotle saying is etere.
Yeah.
He was wrong, but actually the intuition was right. Like there's nothing empty. There's maybe something on a different level. There are no limits. There are like other territories, and we don't know how to go there.
Sure.
But there are.
Yeah, yeah.
And in my feeling was that the importance of this film is like a great and very precious expression of our civilization, of humankind, and is something that protects us from superficiality, fake news,
Indeed, yeah.
and the simplification. It's like, okay, if I don't understand something, if I'm scared about something, I just have to say, okay, take a while, we take time to get into it, but we cannot have the answer right now. We relax, we need time, we need information, we need many different points of view, and we can face it.
Absolutely, yes, yes. Beautiful vision, Anna. Anna, make us an example about, say, the work model of Cern. How is it structured?
First of all, Cern is made by 22 countries in Europe, and it comes out from the aftermath. After the Second World War, year 54, Europe was destroyed.
Right.
And the research on the particles on the atomic level in the mind of people was war, was the atomic bomb.
Of course.
So CERN completely changed this idea, saying, okay, this research has to unite countries, different countries, and it has the purpose is the research, the pure research for the good, for humankind, and that's one of the characteristics of this model. It's not one country that promotes or finance the research, even if it could be the biggest country, could be US, could be China.
Sure.
But this is one of the best result of European model. So we are all different. We speak different languages. We have different history. We have different ways of life. But we can put our money together for a common result.
Yes.
And this is the strength of this model, because you can have one country that is more fragile, one country that has more money, but this is balanced in the council. Right. So it's a percentage of the peel of the product internal of the economy of a country that is put on research with all the other countries, and the results come back and they are already paid. Yeah. It's a common good.
Absolutely. Yes.
So this is the basis of this model, and in my opinion is one of the best expression of Europe.
This is a place where you have license to dream and deliver.
From a technical point of view, which were actually the greatest challenges for you?
Technically, it was sound. I mean, there were every kind of noise, vibration, and this like unhearable sounds that the devices hear.
Wow.
So we discovered afterward that there were like incredible frequencies in our microphones.
There we go.
And then we had, but as everybody has nowadays, a problem with the come si chiamano the lights, kind of bio lights, low energy
lights. Yes.
Low energy lights. that save energy, but they are absolutely awful.
Of course, yeah. Because they basically make no light.
Exactly, because they have a low frequency,
Yes.
so your eyes are okay, you see perfectly, but cameras
But not good
just
for
suffer.
camera at all. I know what you mean.
And then we were only 4. I mean, it's kind of a
It's
number.
a good team,
But because we are a collective, we work in 3 people
Right.
already, with Massimo Carozzi that does sound, and Anna Rispoli,
Yeah.
who wrote with me the screenplay and who managed the relation with during the conversations while I was at the side of the DOP. And then Serena Gramizzi was on set, the producer. Sometimes we had some assistants, like running around.
Yeah, of course.
In the meantime, and we had a time constraint because we went there several times, like 10 times in 4 years. But people were always in a hurry.
Yeah.
And we had 2 methods of filming. It's or with a tripod, kind of far away from the people who are talking.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, you can just forget about the camera.
Do your things and
Yes, I really like very large
Yeah.
shots.
That's lovely.
And long shots.
Yeah.
Or we had a very simple support for the camera to do long walks.
Okay.
Long
Yes.
walks.
Yeah.
And the film begins with a long walk and ends with a long walk into these tunnels underground that could be without an end. So the film is like a circle or a spiral that could never end because the research never ends.
That's right. Yeah. That's a great metaphor for it. Yes. So.
And the editing could never end.
I'm sure. You said that the other time there is still a lot of material that you had to actually leave out of the
Yes.
film.
I could do a series about
Yeah.
it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
There's actually a second version for TV that will be released on France Télévisions
Yes.
End of July, and I hope it will go around. That is actually another version. It's not that we did a shorter version, it's another version.
Right.
So there are other interviews, other contents. So it was a luxury.
Absolutely. They're very lucky to watch also the other version of it. So, Anna, I really wish, to almost nothing to actually, go.
I wish you almost nothing.
Yeah, no, I wish you almost everything, I have to say, because I wish, for your movie, like to go all around the world, because, it has been a great effort, and I've really loved, this movie so much, especially because you were able to tell the story of these scientists in a way that is entertaining, and that's really difficult. That was a great challenge, and you managed.
Actually.
Yes, they were. They were so cool. Yeah. So, thank you so much for joining us, and wish you all the best.